What's good? What's going on, man? It's your boy B, and we back in this mode with another video. Today we gonna be reacting to Pistol Pete Maravich. 7 reasons why Pistol Pete Maravich would destroy today's NBA. It's facts, not fixed. We all know Pistol Pete Maravich was like the dribble guy before the Kyries, the Trae Youngs, Jamal Crawfords, the Allen Iversons. Like, come on, what are we talking about? Magic Johnson. But anyways, man, if you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the reaction, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe, click the bell icon, turn the notifications on all so you don't miss no bangs, man. It's hot straight into it. Let's get it. This video right is made by BTM. Basketball Time Machine. Y'all already know how you get down, man. Big shout out to him. Let's get it. Video cassette into.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
Larry!
Hey, this is Bobby Saul.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt.
Yo, we got a Carter video actually dropping too, man, soon. Let me know if y'all want me to continue like dropping these type of vids, man. It really don't seem like y'all really rocking out with the NBA reactions right now. So look, hey, look. Let me know if y'all want me to continue dropping these type of vids right here, and I got y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to it but to do it.
As far as if you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hello and good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. In today's episode, I want to take a look at 7 reasons why Pistol Pete Maravich will still be effective and even dominate today's NBA. But before we dive into that, let me give a quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video. Today's video is brought to you by DealDash. Now, if you are interested in bidding like me, but are sick of sites that are super hard to use,
let's get back to it, man.
Dash might change on products and count down your items with the DealDash.bits. Alright, I would say let's start with number 1, Pistol Pete's shooting. No, there are not many players in NBA history that were as good of a shooter as Pistol Pete. Yes, he sometimes took pretty difficult shots, but the thing was that he made most of them.
The best shooter? We gotta go with not Pistol P. It's not Pistol P. What's his name? Dragic. It's Dragic. He was a knockdown shooter.
In the face of 1 defender, 2 defenders, or even 3. He was not only able to create his own shot, but he was dangerous from everywhere around the court. He had a nice pull-up jumper and was unstoppable shooting-wise. He may only shot 44% from the field over his career, but what many people overlook is that he shot most of his shots from 3-point range. And then 44% from the field is actually pretty good. We also have to remember that only in his last 2 seasons the NBA started to record 3-pointers. And then he shot 66% from downtown. Another thing was he had Steph Curry range, but the huge difference was back in the days people did not make such a fuss about it.
Goodness gracious. It's hard to describe somebody that was about 6'6", 6'7", handle the ball as well or better than myself. He just didn't shoot the basketball. He was a pure shooter.
And the next reason was his general scoring ability. Now, if you think that Pistol Pete was just a shooter, you would be wrong. As I already mentioned earlier, Pistol was able to create his own shot, he was able to penetrate, blow by the defender, and make some unbelievable shots. It also did help that he had sensational handles and would set the basis for moves that you see in today's NBA. I mean, there was a reason why he would average more than 40 points per game in college.
He could handle the ball, he could shoot the ball in different angles. I mean, he could flip the ball with his left hand over here and it hit the board and shoot right in the basket. I mean, he was uncanny.
That backboard shot though.
He was the ball.
40 points per
Look at
game
this backboard
in
shot
college.
he hit.
He could handle the ball. He could shoot the ball in
Like,
different
what?
angles. I mean, he could flip the ball with his left hand over here and it hit the board and shoot him right in the basket. I mean, he was uncanny.
He was sort of creating not only great basketball, but great theater as well. Only 2 players have led the NCAA in scoring for 3 consecutive years, and that's Oscar Robertson and Pete Maravich.
The game in 1970, where he breaks Oscar Robertson's record, is really anticipated as the crowning achievement in the career of both father and son.
Now they've added 10 to 12, 15 more games per year, and nobody is ever going to come remotely close to his records. What a touch. 44 points per game.
To give you an idea of how good that is, second
Remotely. Well, 15 more games per year, and nobody is ever going to come remotely for.
Carr, Notre Dame, at 34.6. Maravich just blew away the field.
And the next reason that I have on my list is Pete's passing ability. Now, Pistol Pete was a score-first player, no doubt about that. But he was blessed with a so-called passing gift. He had sensational court vision and would throw some of the most beautiful passes that I've ever seen in my entire life. Precise, accurate, just beautiful. At that time, there were hardly any players who would average more than 25 points per game plus 5 assists. Again, making him even more unstoppable, scoring mindset with a deadly pass.
The wrist passes, the fake behind the back, the way he would fake passes that the entire world would react to, and then he.
Who is this?
Who is this guy? Fake
I feel like I know his name. It's like, but I don't know, bro.
Passes that the entire world would react to, and then he'd pull it back and stroke the shot.
You take that ball and you go right here and you go, and the ball goes on the other side.
And the next reason that I have on my list is Pistol Pete's work ethic. There are not many players in NBA history that had the work ethic of Pistol Pete. In case you didn't know, when he was a kid, he would get up at 5 a.m. in the morning, do his workout before school, come back after school, and train for the rest of the day. He was a loner, which is why he dedicated his entire time to basketball. This is what made him outwork anybody. He also came up with so many drills that are used even in today's NBA. If he was still alive, he would show many of the young guys in the NBA what true work ethic is.
Now, would you advise young players out there to do those things?
A kid needs speed, quickness, and ability to have coordination, and through these drills that I do, particularly, it really helped my game.
And the next reason that I have on my list is Pete Maravich's creativity. You would think that 40 years after Pistol Pete's last NBA game, you would find NBA players that were able to copy all of his moves, but no. He came up with so many special moves that some of them you see in today's NBA, and some of them you haven't seen since his retirement. That some of them you see all of his moves, but no. He came up with so many special moves that some of them you see in today's NBA, and some of them you haven't seen since his retirement. He was a creative genius, again, which was a result of him spending hours and hours in the gym all by himself. That's why when you see players like Jason Williams, aka White Chocolate, when they came along, you would say they were the reincarnation of Pistol Pete or the new Pistol Pete, because Pistol Pete was the beginning.
Yeah, we gotta check out Jason.
And the last reason, so coming in at number 7, is what NBA legends that actually played against Pistol Pete have to say. So let's take a look at some of the greatest players of all time talking about Pistol Pete Maravich.
He would just bounce around out there, and the ball just seemed like it was something that he had from the time he was in a cradle, creating different ways in which to just display his love for the game. And here was a guy who was a basketball genius.
It seems like a guy, the game was boring to him, so he had to create things to keep him interested.
Pete just has so much razzle-dazzle in his game. He was just hard to guard.
The way he handled the basketball so flippantly and so sort of carelessly really offended a lot of basketball purists.
What Pistol would do, he would take the ball.
Isaiah Thomas, man. Yeah, bro. I'm trying like hands down the best dribbler, bro. I give him that, man. Hands down the best dribbler, bro. You got him. Like I said, you also got Pistol Pete. You got the other guy, Dragic. Cold too. Want to play for the Knicks. We checked them out on the channel.
Offended a lot of basketball purists.
What Pistol would do, he would take the ball and set it behind his back, catch the ball, and shoot. That was sweet.
Yeah, that was
sweet. Wow, hook shot, good! He was a true entertainer. And I think he looked at entertainment more than basketball.
Yeah, spicing the game up, man.
He used his basketball as a form of self-expression, and one of the real leaders in bringing basketball into this sort of area of artistry. It was like his form of art.
Pete was a showman. Played the game with a tremendous flair.
Pete Maravich was so far ahead of his time, he was 10 plays ahead of everyone else. The legendary following that Pete Maravich has is the truest testament to how great he was, because this was a guy who made SEC basketball what it is.
LSU was 3-20 the year before he joined the varsity. And suddenly, he was drawing people all over the place. It was like a phenomenon, almost like a Elvis Presley kind of situation.
3-20? I wouldn't even try it out for the team. We going 3-20. We got to figure something out, coach.
Where people would just go in droves to see this kid and what they called showtime, which surrounded him.
I always said, man, that ball looks like a part of his hand. Yeah. And I said, he must spend a lot of time dribbling and able to shoot the way he can shoot.
You know, it's kind of unfortunate that some players don't get the respect that they deserve. And Pistol Pete, in my opinion, is one of those players. If we take a look at today's NBA and you see some of the crazy moves that they are doing now, well, Pistol Pete did those moves 50 years ago. In my books, he's one of the best players of all time and also one of the most underrated players of all time. All right, you guys. That was it for today's episode.
WVid, man. WVid, man. There you guys go, man. Big shout out to BTM, man. Basketball Time Machine for the dope vid. Y'all comment y'all thoughts and opinions below, man. 7 reasons why Pistol Pete Maravich would destroy today's NBA players, man. He would. You know what I'm saying? He got the ball, and I don't think they'll really be able to guard him. He got the moves. He'll lose them. He'll be all over social media, to be honest with you. But anyways, man, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Check out one of the videos on the screen. If you haven't done us already, it's definitely a banger. I wouldn't miss it if I was you. And I'll catch y'all next vid, man.